Hello everyone, welcome to our mini series for our new labs in Copilot Developer Camp. My name is Aicha Bush. I'm Cloud Developer Advocate at Microsoft, and today I will introduce you what is our new lab about, and we will get started with the first lab in the pathway. Okay, let's get started. If you're already familiar with Copilot Developer Camp, we have multiple pathways available for you to get started. Today, I'm introducing the new labs available under Build pathway, which we build custom engine agents. And in this lab, we are actually building a brand new custom engine agent using Microsoft 365 Agents SDK and Semantic Kernel, and basically bringing that over to Copilot Chat. A quick introduction about Microsoft 365 Agents SDK. This is the SDK that helps us build agents from scratch and make this agent use of in any channels you want. Basically, you're building this agent once and bringing that over to any channel you want. For example, your custom web app, custom mobile app. It can be Copilot Chat. It can be Teams, Slack, any channel you prefer. And in addition to that, we are able to bring our own orchestration, our own AI model. That means you can actually use this together with Semantic Kernel, LangChain, AutoGen. You can also bring any model you want from Azure AI or anywhere else. That means you're actually quite flexible, building the orchestration you want, building the AI experience you prefer. On top of all that, we also have a great feature that is actually bringing us a seamless integration with Copilot Studio. So there are some couple of features embedded in the SDK you can use to be able to connect with Copilot Studio plugins and skills. Quick look into custom engine agents built with Agents SDK. So we are basically building the custom engine agent using Microsoft 365 Agents SDK. Using any orchestration framework we prefer. It can be Semantic Kernel, LangChain, anything you prefer. Also, you can use Azure AI Foundry to connect with any AI service. It can be OpenAI, Mistral, any AI model you prefer. You can also bring over other AI services available. Also, you can use Copilot Studio and utilize Copilot Studio's orchestration skills and bring that over to Pro Code experience too. Once you're done building your custom engine agent, you can basically use this experience in any channel you prefer. It can be Microsoft 365 Copilot, Teams, it can be custom web app, email, SMS, any channel you actually prefer to use the same agent. And that is quite easy to do using the Agents SDK. And how do we actually get started building this experience? Let me actually first show you how our new lab setup looks like, and we will get started with the first demo, first lab available in the new series. Okay, so in Copilot Developer Camp, if you go to Build, then you will see two options now. The first one is the new lab we have built with Microsoft 365 Agents SDK. And second one is the existing Career Genie lab we already had with Teams AI Library. So today I'm going to talk about the first one with the Microsoft 365 Agents SDK, which is the new experience. So in these labs, we are building an agent from scratch using Agents SDK and Semantic Kernel. Depending on your preference, you can also use any other orchestrator you like. And here in the labs, we are preparing our agent in AI Foundry, and then we are building the first agent using M365 Agents SDK, making some configurations and testing the agent first in Teams, and then bringing that over to Copilot Chat. So after the setup steps, and you should complete that for sure, we are actually getting started building your first agents using AI Foundry. So we are basically preparing everything in the AI Foundry first, and then bringing that experience over to the channels we prefer using the Agents SDK. Before we get started, I also want to mention that these labs are written in C#, but you can actually build the exact same experience using any other language you prefer. So I'm going to get started with the first lab we have, prepare your agent in AI Foundry. And the things we will do is pretty straightforward. Just to sum up, we are actually creating a new project under AI Foundry and then creating the agents using the instructions we prefer, bring the knowledge with files, and then our agent will be ready to test out. Okay, let's get started. I'm in AI Foundry, and here, if you hit Create New, you will be getting a pop-up with two options, Azure AI Foundry resource or AI Hub resource. Creating AI Foundry resource will be enough for this experience. This will actually create an environment that will have the agents playground, and we will be creating a model behind the scene. This is much lighter compared to the AI Hub resource. So using just AI Foundry resource and clicking next will help you create the new project. I already created that environment just to make sure that we don't lose any time in between. And here is the environment we have. It's quite lightweight just to be able to test out agents with the models we like. We can actually create the first option. And if you go to agents under build and customize, you will be getting an agent pop up from scratch already. But you might as well just hit new agent and create your agent from scratch as well. I will just use the existing agent. That doesn't actually make a huge difference. I will hit try in playground. And after that, this is the agent player experience we have. First of all, we can change this agent name to Contoso HR agent. And you can choose any model you prefer. We have pre-deployed model, but you can actually create a new deployment and create base model. You can actually test this agent with any model you prefer. I'm just going to go with default GPT-4o. I will bring the instructions over and copy and paste here. Quick look into the instructions we have. We are building an HR agent, your Contos HR agent, internal assistant for Contos Electronics. Your role is to help employees find accurate policy-aligned answers. And we are actually providing some of the responsibilities the agent can do, and we are telling that always be kind and make sure that the topic is really relevant to HR, etc. And the example scenarios you should support is some of the scenarios we support in the agent. In addition to that, instead of getting vague answers like this is what you can do, this is what you can do, etc., you can actually bring the knowledge over from your data to your agent. And this is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to use knowledge here. There are multiple options available you can connect to your agent. You can use files, which will generate a brand new vector search behind the scene. It will actually use Azure AI search again. Or if you have pre-built Azure AI search index be already available, let's say that you created your blob store, you index your data in Azure AI search, and you just want to bring that over here, you can use Azure AI search. If you already have predefined setup in Fabric, you can connect with Fabric. You can use SharePoint. You can use Bing Search. You can use some custom setup here, and there are also multiple other options like TripAdvisor and Morningstar. Just to make things easier, I'm just going to upload files and let Agent Playground create the vector search for me. I'll just select local files and go here. So these are all the files I want: role library, employee handbook, perks, etc. All of the employee related stuff. And I want my agent to be expert in HR area, and I don't want to go beyond that boundary. I will just upload and save. So what's happening behind the scene here is that we're uploading the files, but we're also creating index and creating vector on top of our data. So we are creating embeddings of our data and enabling vector search. Once we added this knowledge and once we add the instructions, we can now try out our agent right here in the agent playground. We have some options, options available here. I'll just copy paste from here. What's the difference between Nordwind Standard and Health Plus when it comes to emergency mental health coverage? I can ask this question and see how my agent responses. I'm assuming that it will provide the answer on top of the data we have in the knowledge. So exactly the answer we assumed, all of the information is coming from the data we provided here. We have citations and we can see what's available in the data, etc. So everything is coming from the vectorized data we provided here also, on top of the instructions we provided. All right, so this is the agent experience we designed. How can we bring this over to M365 Copilot chat or Teams or any other channel you prefer? Okay, that is going to be covered next in the series we have in the community calls. But just to sum up, to be able to connect with an agent, you will be using Semantic Kernel with the Microsoft 365 Agents SDK. And the only thing you will need from AI Foundry will be your agent's ID. And also, if you go to Overview, you will be needing the endpoint, AI Foundry project endpoint. With these two keys, basically, you will be able to connect with the agent you created in this environment, and then you will be utilizing all of the capabilities you've integrated and predefined in the AI Foundry. This is all I wanted to show today. And if you're keen to get started building agents using Agents SDK and Semantic Kernel, go to ak.ms/Copilot DevCamp. You will be finding our new labs available under the build pathway. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in today's session. If you have any questions and feedback, feel free to create issues in our repo. Thank you.